What's up, gamers, and welcome to Gameologyxm. I am your host, Xavi, and today we are starting the FIFA 16 FC Barcelona career mode. In the beginning of the career, you do have three options to play a preseason tournament. You have the Invitational Cup in Saudi Arabia, the Champions Trophy in Argentina, the Americans Challenge Cup in the United States. Of course, there's a lot of great teams that you could play. You do have a couple of options just to switch it around every career mode season, I'm guessing. But for the first one, we want to shoot for the highest one just to keep the competition going, and of course we are FC Barcelona, so I will choose the American Challenge Cup, which has Paris Saint-Germain, the LA Galaxy, the San Lorenzo, I'm guessing they are from Argentina or from Brazil, not really sure, Roma from Italy, Manchester City, Portland Timbers, and Chelsea from the Premier League. So we are going to go ahead and select that one, guys, and get everything started for the first season in career mode. Now, I have opted to basically cancel out and not have the option available to sign in the first part of the season, just because I want to keep it realistic, or as real world as they would call it. I do have an injured Rafinha, so he will not be playing part of the tournament, or at least the whole career mode season 1, due to the fact that he is injured in real life. I want to keep it again matching the real world, at least for the first season. After that, we'll see what happens. The good thing about FIFA 16 is that they do have a new option available of training mode, which could help you out a lot on developing young players. Usually you send them out on loan at the beginning of the season, but now you do have a chance to train them. I will most likely use this one to keep Arda Turan and Alex Vidal and also Rafinha in top shape for next season and for the second part of the season, since I'm trying to match the real world setup of not having them to play, one due to injury, two due to the FIFA ban that we do have basically established against FC Barcelona. Not really agreeing with that, but again, this is FIFA. It is corrupt, so we'll see how it breaks down. We'll basically take advantage of doing that first. We are starting the tournament again that we have selected. Our first opponent will be the LA Galaxy. But before we get to that match, I do want to give you a breakdown on the squad that we have available, who is out on loan, and of course who will be playing the main part of the team as the starting lineup or the starting 11. Mark ter Stegen is one of the goalies that we have available. Claudio Bravo is the second one, and Jordi Masip will be the third option. I will have to choose Claudio Bravo as the main starter. Ter Stegen will be the second option, but he will go out on loan just so he could develop, and Jordi Masip will be the fill-in while he's out on loan. In the right back session, we have Dani Alves, Douglas, and Martin Montoya. He is actually out for 2 seasons to Inter de Milan. He will be back within 2 seasons. Hopefully, he'll be higher than 79 by that time. He's really young at 24. Douglas and Dani Alves will be holding it down while he comes back. Douglas might be leaving once Martin Montoya comes back in. That's if Dani Alves does not retire or decide to leave before that. In the center back option, we do have Gerard Piqué, Javier Mascherano, Marc Bartra, Thomas Vermaelen, Jeremy Matthew, and Frank Bagnac. Of course, in this top lineup, we do have some options to fill in, but Gerard Piqué and Mascherano will be my starting soldiers into the front lineup of the defense, and then Marc Bartra will basically go out on loan. Thomas Vermaelen will be actually filling in. Jeremy Matthew will cover Javier Mascherano's spot. Frank Bagnac will just be sitting down at the reserve in case anybody does get injured, because I do not want to have a short squad like I've had in previous seasons. In the left back options, we do have Jordi Alba, Adriano, Alejandro Grimaldo. Guy seems to be very legit, but he will be out on loan. Adriano will take the top spot as in the bench, and Jordi Alba will be the main starter because it's impossible to bench this guy. He is a bullet down the left wing, and I plan to use him as much as I can. In the center defensive midfield role, we do have Sergio Busquets, Sergi Samper, and Alexander Song. Song is out on loan for 1 season to West Ham. Should be back in tip-top shape, hopefully at 80. That'll be great for me. Sergi Samper will probably be the replacement for these two guys, probably as a fill-in for Sergio Busquets or Alejandro Song, but he will go out on loan. In the right mid-section, we do have Alex Vidal. We do have Arda Turan. But both of these guys will not play until January 1st. So these will just be training and doing the regular thing in the background as the season continues for the first half. In the center mid roles, we do have Andres Iniesta, who is aging. I plan on bringing Alen Halilovic, who is out on loan right now. He will be the one to replace Andres Iniesta at one point in time. Of course, I hope he is ready by the time Andres is out, because he's already 31 and he does not last the full 90 minutes. I remember I had a lot of hard times with him in FIFA 15 for him not doing the whole 90 minutes like he used to. But hopefully he does better this season. If not, we'll have to find a replacement mid-season for him. Ivan Rakitic, of course, main starter. He isn't going anywhere. He'll be the main man on the right side after he took over for Xavi after he left for Qatar. Rafinha will not be playing. He'll be doing the regular training, as I mentioned, just due to the fact that he is injured, and I am trying to match the real-world situation. Sergio Roberto will be filling in the bench. Juan Camara will basically be filling the reserves just in case anybody gets injured. Gerard will most likely, I'll have to flip a quarter on these two to see who I send out on loan, but only one will stay in the reserves for this season. Again, Alen Halilovic is out in Sporting. I've heard he's been doing good in real world. Hopefully he does the same thing in this game. Other than that, he's ready to fill in the spot for Iniesta when it's his time to shine. Lionel Messi, of course, undisputed right winger. He will be there forever. Munir will be the replacement for him in this setout. Christian Teller will be the one to come back and replace Munir when he comes back from the loan from Porto. Hopefully he does good and he gets better. Luis Suarez is the main striker. He's not going anywhere. He is the main man. He is the big boss up the front. And then you have Jean-Marie Dongu. Seen him play a couple of times for the FC Barcelona B team. I plan on using him for a while because he is a little bullet down the middle. So we'll see how he does and how he develops. I'll make sure he gets enough training. And then, of course, you do have Neymar coming up. Neymar will be the left winger, the main man, the superstar on the left. After Pedro left, I only have Sandro left, which is very unfortunate. I am not a big fan of Sandro. I plan on getting rid of him as soon as I can. I will try to find somebody in January 1st to replace him. If I could get him by the 2nd, I will be extremely happy. Cassandra will most likely go out on loan, or I will basically just hold him in the reserve. Or if he is worth any type of money, or at least higher than 5 billion, I will look to get rid of him and somebody else might use him. Not that I hate the guy, it's just he doesn't cut it for me in the real world. He doesn't cut it for me in the game. So this is the setup right now in the squad for the 2015-2016 season. As I could already tell, some players are on international duty. I'm guessing it is the Copa America because it's only Brazilians and Argentinians which are out. And of course a Chileno. Other than that, guys, we have the next match against LA Galaxy. Hopefully we do well at that match, knowing that we don't have our main starters. This is it for the first episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this video. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you drop it off in the section below. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook, and we'll see you next time.
It feels like we could never stop.